Hey guys, just a reminder, this is not official medical advice. For such, please seek an appointment with a licensed medical provider.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Explain This. I'm with the star of the show, Robin Riddle. Robin, what is going on?
Not much. Happy to be here.
I'm so happy to be doing this episode with you. One, because I have no clue what this is.
Perfect.
If you're listening or watching right now, just know you know as much as I do about this right now. If you clicked on it because of the thumbnail or because of the title, so I'm going to let Robin introduce this topic and tell us a little bit about it.
So today I'm going to explain Akkermansia.
Okay.
It's a type of gut bacteria that we want to make sure we have more of. So I want to go through what it is, what it does for us, and how we make sure we have it.
Akkermansia is in our gut.
It's in our gut.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
So it's a special type of bacteria that actually lives in the mucus layer of the intestines.
Okay.
So the name Akkermansia literally means mucus loving. So as gross as that sounds.
in the mucus of our gut.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So in a healthy gut, we have a mucus lining that protects the gut. And Akkermansia actually loves to feed on that mucus layer.
Okay.
But it's a very symbiotic relationship because the Akkermansia feeds on that mucus, but in doing that, it stimulates the body to produce more of that gut lining mucus.
And you want more gut lining.
We want more of that gut lining.
Okay.
So in a healthy gut, Akkermansia should really make up about 3 to 5% of all of the bacteria in the gut, which may not sound like a whole lot, but when it comes down to microbiome, like that's a big player in the microbiome of the gut.
Interesting.
So the gut's always constantly producing mucin. It's a slippery gel-like layer that protects the lining of the intestines. So Akkermansia feeds on that mucin, which is the mucus layer. And in the process, it signals the gut to create more. So it's this self-sustaining loop. The healthier the mucus layer, the happier the Akkermansia is going to be.
And, okay, so they both lift each other up in a way. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
Akkermansia feeds off the mucus, and the mucus needs the Akkermansia?
So Akkermansia feeds off the mucus and stimulates the body to produce more mucus.
Okay. And you want the mucus.
We want more. Yeah, okay. We want it there.
Okay.
So this type of bacteria is what scientists call a keystone species, a keystone bacteria, because it helps to maintain the whole ecosystem of the gut microbiome.
Wow, that seems like a very big deal.
It's a big one. It's a big one.
Yes.
So like I said, it helps to maintain gut integrity by strengthening the gut barrier, which is the wall that keeps the nutrients in and harmful substances out. That mucus production helps to tighten the space between the gut cells, which reduces leaky gut. So
in my head, when you mentioned the mucus, I was like, leaky gut. This has to help with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So in a healthy gut, the cells are supposed to sit nice and tight and close to each other, and they're covered with a mucus that protects them. But if there's damage done, those cells actually start to shrink and they pull apart from each other, and that's where we create these little microchannels in the gut. That's where leaky gut comes from. Okay. So when I am doing a GI map, which we do a ton of, I'm the gut health queen, so I order those all the time. Akkermansia comes on page 2. The leaky gut marker doesn't come till page 4 or 5, but I can know by page 2 if you have a leaky gut, purely by looking at your Akkermansia levels.
That's interesting.
Yeah, about 95% of the time, if that Akkermansia is low, it's because you've already developed leaky gut.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so one of those little,
it comes first too.
Yeah. So it's one of those little clues that I'm flipping through and I'm like, oh, low Akkermansia, guarantee that they have a high zonulin and they've got leaky gut. And most of the time that is correct. But interestingly enough, Akkermansia actually is helpful for supporting the cells in the gut that release GLP-1.
That's a very hot topic here.
Yeah. People talk about GLP-1 all the time. We talk about it. It's the hormone that tells your body you're full, stop eating. And it's a hormone that helps to regulate your blood sugar levels. So Akkermansia is known to help support the cells that release GLP-1. So having adequate Akkermansia levels gives the metabolism a boost, and it helps to regulate appetite naturally.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a very big deal.
So there have been multiple studies, and low Akkermansia levels are associated with insulin resistance, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. So we've known this for a while, and there are companies that are starting to advertise like GLP-1 probiotics, and this is what it is. It's Akkermansia.
That's interesting. And out of curiosity, Robin, is the GI map the only way to see what your Akkermansia levels are, or are there multiple different ways to do this?
Some kind of gut microbiome mapping.
Okay, so any
GI,
sort of...
GI map is my preferred test. There are other tests out there. Some of them will map this bacteria, some of them don't.
Okay.
That's why I love GI map, because it just hits all the highlights that I want it to hit.
Okay.
But some sort of stool testing, microbiome mapping is the way that we know this.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the GLP-1s is a big thing with this as well. And then Akkermansia also produces short chain fatty acids, and those fatty acids help to feed other beneficial bacteria in the gut, helps to lower inflammation, and again, helps with the brain signal to tell you that you're full.
Interesting.
Yeah. So in 2013, there was a article in the Nature Medicine magazine, and they studied overweight and diabetic mice and gave them Akkermansia. And those mice that were given Akkermansia had better insulin sensitivity. They lost body fat, and their gut lining thickened.
Wow. That's crazy to me. And this is not like, you're not saying taking a probiotic or a prebiotic. You're saying Akkermansia.
Akkermansia specifically. This is not just a general probiotic's going to help with this. It is Akkermansia specifically that's going to help with this.
That's fascinating. And what's even more fascinating is just, this is not common knowledge to me. Like this is, kind of specific.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. They've even got some early human trials starting to show promise with glucose regulation and decreasing inflammation markers in obese adults with using Akkermansia. Yeah.
And it's a supplement?
We can take it in supplement form now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's many reasons why Akkermansia diminishes. Modern life in general is not kind to the Akkermansia bacteria. I love to go on about the traditional American diet, which is high processed foods, high sugar, low fiber, and all of those things diminish Akkermansia. Akkermansia needs a fiber, which it would be considered a prebiotic, needs fiber. In eating those processed foods, we damage that mucus layer, and that mucus layer is what the Akkermansia feeds on. So if we don't have the mucus layer, we don't have the Akkermansia. Okay. We also have chronic overuse of antibiotics. So this is going to wipe out all good bacteria in general. Chronic inflammation and metabolic disease, so obesity, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, often come with low Akkermansia. Now, the question there is like the whole which came first, the chicken or the egg? Did they develop the obesity and type 2 diabetes because they lost Akkermansia, or did we lose the Akkermansia because we developed the diabetes? Not really sure, but we do know that low Akkermansia is associated with type 2 diabetes for sure.
That's interesting. So we want to increase it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't want too much. It's kind of a Goldilocks thing here. So extremely high levels, which is super rare. You'd have to be like super over supplementing this. But extremely high levels can mean that there's too much Akkermansia and it breaks down the mucus layer too fast. And so then we're not rebuilding that mucus layer, because again, it loves to feed on that. If you have too many feeding on that, it goes away before it can rebuild.
That seems complicated.
And then, of course, course, I love to always circle back around and see how this connects in with fertility.
Yeah.
So a weak gut barrier does allow inflammatory molecules to go out into the bloodstream. That systemic inflammation can interfere with hormone levels. So not even just fertility, but general hormone production. But it can disrupt ovulation, and in men, it can affect sperm quality. So supporting Akkermansia can actually indirectly help to support reproductive health.
Supporting the Akkermansia, but not supporting it too much.
Not too much.
Okay.
It's not like more is better. So you take your dose, but don't take 5 times your dose every day.
It's so interesting. And I think the biggest thing is just being aware.
Yeah.
Like, and based on what I'm hearing is like just knowing that you can help your gut by doing something like increasing your Akkermansia.
Yeah. So there are Akkermansia supplements that are starting to emerge that we're seeing good success with, but you can also grow it naturally. So feeding the gut with good prebiotics, so like garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, things like that, that have a lot of fiber, those good healthy prebiotic foods. Polyphenols, so pomegranate, cranberries, blueberries, raspberries, walnuts, dark chocolate, green tea, all of those antioxidant-rich foods are also going to help Akkermansia levels. Again, we support the mucus layer by avoiding overload of processed foods. Include omega-3 rich foods like fish, flax, walnuts, or taking an omega-3 supplement. Stress and sleep play a part with this as well. So excess stress hormones can thin the mucus layer, which decreases Akkermansia. And then some studies have even shown that overnight fasting or fasting of 12 to 16 hours has been shown to increase Akkermansia levels as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So lots of things that we can do for it.
So in intermittent fasting, you're also feeding the Akkermansia.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's super interesting. Is there a supplement that you like or that you're recommending to your patients?
We have a couple of different brands on our full script that we use, and all of them are literally called Akkermansia. Metagenics has one that is more targeted towards the healthy weight. And so I think the label literally says like healthy weight on it. I tend not to use that one quite as much just because I don't want to be insinuating that we need to target weight. Because usually when I'm using Akkermansia, it's because I've done a GI map and I see that Akkermansia levels are low.
Okay.
So straight up Akkermansia supplement does great to help to start to replenish this, as well as starting to include these lifestyle changes to support that healthier gut.
Are you asking patients to do another GI map to see, what has happened, or you just kind of know, okay, your Akkermansia is going to go up if you do these things?
A little bit of both. So if patients really want the knowledge, it's great to repeat a GI map. But I do realize it's not the most fun process. A lot of people don't like doing that once, so they don't want to ever do it again. So I usually tell patients, if we have symptom resolve, we're getting better, we're feeling better. I don't require repeating GI maps, but it's always helpful if we want the data and the knowledge.
Interesting. Robin, is that an Explain This episode?
It is.
Guys, you name it. Robin explains it. Today she explained Akkermansia. I'm getting ready to go figure out how to spell this word. But we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Thank y'all for watching Explain This. As always, we'll see you next time. Robin, thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Don't go away.